They're a tough team, man. It's not not at the top of the East for no reason, and they base it off their defense, and especially at home, they're really physical and aggressive, and they try to dictate the pace of the game. I thought they did early, and then I thought we got a good handle of it, and were able to work ourselves back into the game. And that's all you ask for on the road is a chance to win. We did that, and a couple whistles here, a couple loose balls, a couple shots go in. It's a different outcome. So obviously we got to be better. We know that, but I thought we fought pretty hard and worked ourselves into a position to have a chance to win at the end of the game.
An injury like that to a player like that,
yeah.
they didn't seem to. Pretty scared to be on the floor, first of all.
Yeah.
They didn't seem to miss a beat.
It's tough, man. You obviously want to send your condolences and prayers out to Vic, and it's a weird pause of the game right there where everybody's just feeling for the guy, especially us as players and opponents. It's never fun to see. You never want to see a guy go out to any injury, let alone something like that where you got to bring the towel out and take him off on the stretcher. So we all want him to get healthy and get better, and hope he's all right and can come back really fast. But they were without him this year, so they did a lot of damage without him this year. They know how to play without him, and that's what makes them so tough.
You look at their roster. He's a superstar, but a lot of just really good guys.
Yeah, they got a really good team, very talented. A lot of guys do different things, and they don't rely on just one player to do all the work. So. Give it credit to them. They made more plays than us tonight, and they were able to come out with
Do teams feel differently when they play at home? Are they more physical at home?
Maybe, I don't know. I know this is at the top of the list of toughest places to play. Obviously, Indiana's had that reputation for a while. They've been a good team the last few years, so it's a tough place to come in and get a win. And they're early on, they definitely set the tone. Physicality of the game. We kind of had to get our bearings and get our feet under us on a back-to-back, but thought we responded well in the second half, and that's all you can ask for.
You feel like you're kind of generating more corner threes than usual? They just weren't falling? You're still the same as usual?
I don't know. Maybe I had to look at the numbers, but I know I got a few off that for whatever reason, I haven't got. But certain defenses give up certain things, and they kind of play a standard defense that they rotate to whoever is there, no matter who it is. A lot of teams are going away from that, so. Thought that we had some great corner three looks. I'm not sure what we shot from the floor in terms of corner threes, but Danny had a big one there late in the fourth quarter, and it's a great shot for us.
Danny, first of all, I guess tonight Nick talked about you guys battling back from 15 a couple times and having some really good looks, especially from the corner, and couldn't knock them down.
Yeah, we had some open ones, some really wide open ones where we missed quite a few of them abnormal. It's one of those days, back-to-back, it happens sometimes. You can tell we were low on energy from the start. We weren't into people. We weren't as physical as we needed to be or wanted to be. And we kind of picked up the second half, but once we dug ourselves out of the hole, it's kind of hard to sustain that and keep it going. But we had some good looks. We had chances.
Is that isn't that kind of typical of a back-to-back where you kind of ease into it before you kind of get cranked up? You shouldn't
ease into any game, but I guess it's typical for your body or your team, your energy to be a little low, but you got to find ways to find it. But for us, luckily this season we've been pretty decent with back-to-backs, and we've kind of been spoiled with them and done pretty well. Regardless who's on the floor, we've always had some other bodies come in and give us that energy, and tonight I guess we just didn't have it.
You got down to when a guy like Oladipo goes out, I think maybe the other team would sag a little bit. They seem to almost.
No, they were playing well before that. During that, while he was out, when he was in, they've been playing really good basketball, and it seems as if they picked it up when he went down. It sucks, a tough play and tough loss for them. Hopefully, it's nothing major. So everybody in this locker room and in that locker room is going to be praying for him and hoping that he's okay and has a speedy recovery, whatever it may be. But he's a big, important piece to what they do. But even without him, they play really good basketball, play hard, and they do things the right way. So.
You were right there when he got hurt, weren't you?
I was close. I wasn't far away.
Oh, okay. What did you see? And then you got there.
I just know I think he kind of knew right away. He pulled his knee sleeve down, and the knee looked very abnormally out of place, and it didn't look normal. It was just kind of nasty. So the guys are looking at it and kind of looking away, but he handled it well. I guess that he was in shock. Maybe the pain hadn't kicked in yet, but it did look kind of nasty. It looked like it was out of place.
You guys have James Harden in a couple days. You've seen it's a pretty unique challenge. Have you seen anything like that?
We've seen the numbers. I've played against him quite a bit throughout my years.
Is it different this year?
He's taken to another level, obviously, with those guys. Some of the guys that he has being out, being hurt, he's got to carry the load. I guess Capella's out for a while, and CP and Eric Gordon was out from time to time here and there. So, but I guess I heard he had 61 tonight. So, looking forward to guarding that in a couple of days. Try to find a way to contain him.
What about him is so difficult? I guess his change of speed, his deception.
For sure, he's great at using his body. He knows how to draw fouls, in the sense that you can't use your hands the way you want to. Hard to play defense without your hands. He shoots the ball well from the arc. He's going to keep attacking, keep getting to the basket, and he's a lefty. He's very good with his Euro step, and he's lefty. Lefties is hard to guard. So try our best to limit and contain him as much as possible.
Does the fact that he's got such a reputation for drawing fouls change your level of aggressiveness?
Probably, and also changes the way the game is called, I'm sure. So the way that referees look at him and how he attacks the basket, how he uses his body, different how they can look at somebody like Kyle or Kawhi. They're going to look for those little reach in or little ticky, so you got to keep your hands out because he's good at exaggerating it when he does get hit with the reach in. So you have to be less aggressive for sure. You have to use your hands less. So it's going to be a good footwork night.
We've seen teams try to take away the right, him going right, because he's lefty, like you said.
Yeah,
but
you open up the gates that far, he's going to be able to get back to his left hand regardless. I mean, he's good player. He's going to get score going either way. But you try to limit him going to his strengths. So we'll figure it out, look at some tape, and see what might be the best route to go.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see what happened. Kind of just I jumped and then I felt him hit my leg. At first I didn't know what happened. I thought he was just running and then he just kind of undercut me. But watching the replay, he kind of I don't know, he stuck his leg and while he was falling, that's when he hit me. Just unfortunate situation and it was just really scary. I think for both of us, just for me coming down, my leg was back, so I was scared for myself. And then after the play, seeing him, it was definitely tough. Yeah, definitely tough.
How hard is it to keep going when that happens and gather yourself?
Yeah, it's hard because I kind of feel like anything could happen. Yeah, it kind of got into me a little bit. Just kind of trying to snap out of it. I mean, obviously it's sports and things happen, but when you're that close to it's a little different.
You guys came out. Was it so much that you guys came out flat, or I mean, they're a very good defensive team.
Yeah,
they're
really good. They kind of pressured us a little bit in the beginning of the game. We didn't come out with the energy that we needed to have. We had a better second half, but starting the game, we didn't come out with the energy that we needed to have. But then, they pressured us. They jumped on us, and give them credit for that.
I mean, they're kind of known that as a team. They've kind of established that as their identity. They're a team that
real scrappy. They got a lot of deflections and you got to take care of the ball and give them credit. I think we didn't come out with the energy that we needed to come out with, but at the same time they did a pretty good job.
They put you guys in a little bit of a hole early. What did you see to kind of fall into that hole?
Well, I thought the key to the first half was our inability to get into the ball and just guard the ball, and their ability to do that. I think it was really, kind of plain to see. They were kind of moving around freely with their drives and drive and kick and all the stuff, and we weren't really getting off anything, right? Mm-hmm. So, again, they do a good job of guarding the ball, and they did that tonight. And I was okay. I wasn't too overly concerned coming off a back-to-back. Like I said before the game, we wanted to get the thing to halftime without it being, with it being somewhat manageable, and I thought it was. And I knew we'd come with some type of run in the second half and figure a few things out.
And then right down, obviously you got there in the fourth quarter, got it to one a couple of different times. Yep. Was there an element of execution in those final 3 or 4 possessions?
I don't think so.
They looked pretty good.
Yeah, I think we were pretty solid, right? It wasn't too many desperation. I think the only possession I thought maybe was rough was Kyle was thought he dribbled kind of right corner one time and thought he was getting fouled and threw one up there that didn't. That one was a kind of a broken possession, but he thought he had the contact, and he does that quite a bit. Didn't get that one. Other than that, I was pretty happy we got the ball around. I thought, we had probably a different story if we shoot the corner three better tonight. We had a ton of them. I don't know how many. I think we had 13 corner threes and only got out of there with like a .69 PPP on those, and that's just not good enough. When you're going to get that many open corner threes, you really got to make them pay, and we just didn't. And there was about 4 or 5 possessions in a row. We were just naked from corner three and didn't make them.
I know before the game you were saying you wanted to get some baskets from Serge to keep Miles Turner occupied. Serge did score, but Turner was still a factor blocking shots too.
Yeah, he's going to block some shots, and I thought he did a really good job. I thought he might have goaltended one or two, one for sure that didn't get called. But they give you that when you're a shot blocker. They give you that kind of benefit of the doubt on that. And he's active, and we didn't quite move him around as much as we probably hoped to. And he's one of the best shot blockers in the league for a reason.
Nick, you talked about the corner three. Might it have been the kind of the accumulation of the pressure, the way they were guarding you? Did you think you rushed?
I don't think so. No. Jonesy, I think they were good. I think they were really good.
Yeah.
Probably more of effect of, probably some tired legs out there a little bit after a tough, back-to-back in a tough game like tonight. It was a physical game that we were using a lot of energy throughout the game.
They're a pretty impressive team, especially you look at losing Oladipo at the end of that looks like a pretty scary injury, and it wasn't like they hung their heads after that.
No, not at all. In fact, it kind of propelled them a little bit. I think it was like maybe an 6 or 8 point game at that point, and they took it right back to 12 kind of immediately on the next couple possessions. That happened to us a couple times, right? I think it went to 15. We got it down to 5, went back to 15. And then I made a bunch of subs to try to find an energy group, and that group, give those guys credit. They came in and just started playing a little harder and making some plays and got us back in the game. We had a chance, possession or two goes different, and we come out of there with that one.
It looks like he could be a factor defensively. He hits a really good.
Yeah, very good defensively, very good nose for the ball, and we need that. We need a guy that'll chase those long rebounds and loose balls down. He was really a factor on the game.